Well, a very warm welcome to you all. Wonderful to see you here, and I hope you managed to escape the rather wet and blustery weather that we've had. Certainly the last couple of days. I know it was sunny when I left Patamara this morning, and it's sunny now. I won't tell you about all the rain in between, but hopefully it is blue skies, clear skies, and I can tell you if the weatherman is true to his word, we have a wonderful weekend ahead of us. But also a wonderful afternoon here in the EVES auction room. Jordan Sibright's my name. Absolute pleasure, privilege in fact, to conduct and to help you along your way to new home ownership today. But I couldn't do it alone. You see, I have a very elite team that help me help you. Now these people, you'll see them on the screen behind me. Robin beside me, she does all the technology that is up on the screen here. And then below, my team of managers, or what I refer to as expert negotiators. These are the people that if I get some bidding from the floor at a level that I'm not permitted to sell the property at, I might pause the auction and give you a chance to talk to one of these people, Karen, Sarah, Scott, and also Jill, who's stepping in as well, should we need to. I'll get to that more in a moment, how that all works, but firstly, we'll just get through a little bit of housekeeping. Of course, introductions done. What you bid and buy today, well, you bid and buy wonderful properties, but you do so acknowledging a couple of things. Firstly, your due diligence is complete, check on the list there, and of course you acknowledge you've received the REA buying and selling guide. There's been multiple copies out for the last years and years and years, but there's plenty out in the foyer if you're looking for one more. Of course, you also bid and buy today in accordance with the contract or the terms of sale in which we have distributed to you in a draft format. That's now been finalised and available outside should you wish to have another look over that. But that's what you will be signing if you are our lucky winner today. Now to the conduct of auction. Well, these are what we refer to as the rules by which we play today. Now I'm not going to go over them in full. You look like smart, astute buyers out here. You don't need me to walk you through every single one. I'll just touch on a couple. Firstly, if you bid and buy today, of course, as I say, due diligence. We do have some people who weren't able to be here in the room. Now, they're what we refer to as telephone bidders or telephone buyers. They'll have appropriate paperwork which they will have completed, has been signed by our vendors, and I've cited all of that as well. Now, if we have registered phone interest, I'll endeavour to point out any at the time of that particular option. If you buy today, you do have to do two things for me before you leave. Firstly, well, share the champagne if you're popping that, because I'd love a glass. But also, I do need your signature on the contract, sealing the deal, and of course you need to make payment for your 10% deposit, unless of course you have a variation signed. The only other thing I will touch on, ladies and gentlemen, is what we refer to as vendor bidding. Now, vendor bidding, super crystal clear, always placed at a level well below where I'm instructed to sell the property. It will always be labelled as such, funnily enough. And vendor bidding is purely a way that I can help you get to a level in which we might be able to sell you the property today. So all that is the vendor is saying to you, the buyers, hey, we appreciate your bidding, but if you want to buy the property, you've got to be above this level. So as I say, always clearly bid and labelled. Any questions along the way, please let me know. Only too happy to help. That's our role here. We're here to assist you on your new home journey. Any questions at this juncture? Okay, I hope you're not going to be this quiet today, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll continue on then with our list of wonderful properties. Now, we do have 7 available for you today. All the properties, same conduct applies. I will touch on the last one, how it differs slightly when we get to it. But for now, property number 1, lot number 1, 68A, the Boulevard. Now, this one here. It is sophistication at its finest. And it's got concealed beyond the fencing and the gate. It's a superior class of its own. And you've got that unwavering attention to detail. Well, it is evident at every turn. Now, Charlotte Gardner out of our Patamara office, she has had the privilege of marketing this wonderful property, which is legally described as a freehold estate. Firstly, a freehold estate in fee simple, containing 465 square metres more or less. and secondly, a fee simple undivided 1/6 share in 258 square metres. Both the first and second estates comprised and described under the record of title 729566. Now, to the chattels list, you'll see it on the screen there in front of you. Just note the hob and gas and oven is electric. They've been added to the chattels list late in the piece there. And I go now to the settlement date, which has been elected as 30 working days from the date of the agreement, but with a little bit of flexibility up the sleeve should we need it. The further terms of sale page just refers to 23.0, where the vendor has supplied the purchaser with a LIM report. The purchaser acknowledges that they have relied on their own due diligence in proceeding to complete the purchase today. Now, the interior puts a unique twist on the modern family farmhouse, and it's instantly apparent upon entry into the kitchen. When poaching eggs in the morning for your morning eggs Benny, well, you're surrounded by new stone bench tops, polished metro tiles, and a spacious larder to store the rest of your cooking and baking staples. Space in the home, well, it is cleverly utilised, and you'll appreciate the connectivity between all the entertaining spaces. With the sun beating down, alternate between interior comfort and louvered and angled exterior relaxation. You'll have multiple areas to put your feet up and enjoy the luxury of your surrounds. With such easy care grounds, you'll be delighted to free up some time so you can enjoy your local Palm Beach surrounds. A standout property now looking for standout new owners. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the time we come to say who would like to buy it. Cash unconditional buyers, that's who we treat here in the auction room. Start us away. Where do you see the value? Okay, well, what happens if we've got no cash in the room, we pass the properties in and we deal with conditional interest. So if you are here for cash, this is the opportunity you've waited for. Otherwise, I know Charlotte's got a lot of people who will be ringing her straight after the auction. So, last opportunity for cash in the room. Okay, close the auction there, Charlotte. I know you've got some phone calls to make. Wish you the best of luck on that one.
Thanks, mate.
Right, well, moving right ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Steve Cameron, unavailable in the room here today, but has sent very trustworthy support to represent our wonderful property here at 107B Barry Road. Now, this well-appointed property, it's been well-appointed and it's been relocated to capitalise on the sunshine hours. Now, this three-bedroom home, it caters well to families, upsizes, downsizes. In fact, for those wanting YE real estate, well, you would be hard-pushed to find a reason not to live here at 107B Barry Road. Legally described, it is a freehold estate being 532 square metres, more or less. Unique identifier 952220. To the further terms of sale, page 23.0, the client, before signing the agreement, acknowledges that they've been recommended to seek professional advice before entering any negotiations in regards to the tax treatment of the transaction. The vendor warrants that it shall, in respects to this, make application for and be granted a Code of Compliance certificate on the property. The settlement date, well, that is down as 20 working days from the date of the agreement, or 20 working days from the date that the vendor's solicitor provides the purchaser's solicitor with a copy of that Code of Compliance mentioned, whichever date is the latter, of course. And then 26.0 refers to the YE Mind clause, advising you where to seek further information should you wish to do so. Now, the channels list up on the screen, but what you got, the property. Well, it's providing a great indoor-outdoor flow, that lovely sun-soaked deck accessed from the lounge, dining or master bedroom. Your morning coffee breaks enjoyed on that deck in the winter months, or they may just linger on a little bit longer than they used to. Open plan, of course, for ease of movement and to enhance your sense of space. You'll be cosy through the winter with that heat pump pumping out and of course the knowledge that those ceilings and the underfloor have good insulation as well. It even offers a separate lounge area for when you would like a few minutes of your own time away from the rest of the family. It's fenced with an easy care section. There's potential to really get the veggie garden dialed in for when spring arrives, and there is plenty of space for the little ones to run around and play, be them two-legged or four. Who says go, ladies and gentlemen, 107B Barry Road. You had your chance to be quiet at the beginning. Now's where I'd like to hear from you. Cash buyers, that's who we talk to. See it in the room. If we've got it here, let it be known. Or we pass it in and deal with that conditional interest like I mentioned. Once, twice, third call then. Okay, doesn't look like we've got it on this one here, but I'm sure Steve will be very busy this afternoon. Wish him best of luck. Thank you. Well, over to the Goblin Sands of Papamoa now we go. At 130 Palm Beach Boulevard, Danielle Hayes up the front here. She's been marketing this property, one of the many properties that her vendors entrust her to turn up to open homes diligently weekend after weekend. And well, the property, it is offering location, privacy, and nothing but good times ahead. 130 Palm Beach Boulevard has tranquil rural vibes from neighbouring farm pastures, despite sitting close to Papamoa's ever-popular shopping precinct and amenities. To the legal description I go now, being a freehold estate of 612 square metres, more or less. Record of title is down as SA 71C, folio 620. Note the chattels list on the screen there, folks. There is the excluded chattel being the water feature. And your settlement date, I'll just refer to the further terms of sale for that, where the parties acknowledge that the settlement will occur on the 2nd of June 2023 or 5 working days following the grant of probate from the High Court at Wellington. And 24.0, a limited liability clause there. 25.0, acknowledging the deposit to be paid to the vendor solicitor's trust account. And then 26.0, acknowledging that the purchaser acknowledges that they are acquiring the property on an as-seen and inspected basis. Therefore, no warranties in regard to 9.1, 9.2, 9.31, 9.35, and 9.36. Those have been removed. Of course, due diligence advised, you're here, you're ready and raring to buy. But first, the property. Well, it offers a generous foyer. It receives you as you enter the home. Those cathedral ceilings and neutral tones, well, they are a warm welcome into the home. And that continues, that feeling, it continues throughout. Warm, of course, thanks to the heat pump and that gas fire found in the formal lounge, but also it offers easy access for open air al fresco entertaining should you wish. Which, of course, will make those afternoon frolics in the sunshine with the kids an absolute breeze. Perhaps it might be mimosas around the table with friends. I'm sure that will be an absolute hit as the weather warms up. Or perhaps you just wish to retire inside in the comfort of your living room, curl up, put your favourite movie on. Doesn't get much better than this. The beach access, well, that's at the eastern end of the boulevard, and as I mentioned, you're close enough to all those local amenities, and you're not far from great schooling of all levels as well, folks. So, in your hands now, cash buyers, who says go?
910,000.
910, absolutely. Welcome you in at 910. Lovely to see you here today, sir. Start us away then at 910,000. I'll look for, say, a 20 on the rise at this juncture, but at 910, hold it out the front now. Call it away now once, then at 910 up the middle. Twice the call, you'll see 930. Third chance now then at 910,000. Okay, vendor bid with me then 930. Welcome you back in at 950 then on the bid.
Yep.
On the nod we go at 950. Hold it with you now out the front. Once I'll call it now at 950,000. Look for further in the room there if it's here. Gentleman's made his intentions very clear out the front here at 950. Hold the bid. Once I call it twice now. Wonderful buy-in here in Papamoa. I call a third call then at 950. Okay, 970 with me, sir. Welcome back in 990 there.
980.
Can't do 20 for me. Make it 20. If there's nothing further, we'll pause, give you an opportunity to talk. Okay, at 990 we are then. 990,000 then with you out the front. Call it 3 times, then we'll do that pause if there's nothing further. Once I make it, twice. 3rd time here at Pakamara. Okay, pause. Buyers over here. We'll just have a conversation with them now. We'll be back with that one shortly, folks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, of course, rude of me to not acknowledge all of our viewers watching along on the live stream. If you do see me looking up at the ceiling there, I'm acknowledging those viewers watching along, not able to be in the room, some of them vendors, buyers, perhaps those not in a cash position, but hoping something might be available for them after. Do appreciate you tuning in as well. And of course, everybody here in the room today, really appreciate you coming out in what's been spotty weather as well. But understandable when we offer properties such as this. Now, if homes could talk, I have a feeling 7 Kokomo Key would make one heck of a statement. This classic Harwood-built home has been fastidiously maintained with love and care. Well, it now needs a new owner. And Debbie and Shane from our Pakamara office, they've marketed this one, and what a wonderful home it is, I'm sure you'd agree. So the legal description will go now, being 677 square metres of freehold land. The record of title reads SA 63C folio 466. The excluded chattels, you'll see them on the screen there, the red pot planters, and there's other various ornaments and statues that are excluded from the sale. But what you see up there included, well, you get that when you buy it today. The settlement date, well, that is down as 20 working days from the date of agreement or other such date as mutually agreed upon. So, of course, if you have a variation in place, that will apply to you and you alone. Now to the property. Bordered by green spaces, plenty of off-street parking, and location that is hard to beat, and well, privacy that we often crave. It makes this home really stand out amongst the others. It's in great condition as well. This home, it offers 4 large double bedrooms and a spacious master suite, undoubtedly the pick of the bunch. Your cooking areas, well, they merge seamlessly with the dining, living and family entertaining areas, creating a really spacious atmosphere throughout the home for you all to enjoy. Now, Royal Palms is often known as the neighbourhood of choice, with easy walks through the waterway reserves and, of course, its proximity to the beach, shopping and daily amenities within easy reach as well. It's a property that would be hard to say no to, I would suggest. So, buyers, look to you now, cash unconditional, who says go? Start us away. I'm going to give you any clues on this one. 1,050 up the back. Lovely to see you, sir. Got your bid now at 1,050,000 there, and I look for, say, at 25 on the rise at 1,050,000 now. Around the room we go. Where do we stop? Nobody knows, but at 1,050,000, got it up the back of the room. Call it first chance then. Second call now at $1 million.
1,075.
1,075. Great work, sir. Love your work. At 1,075 now. Hold it with you. At 1,075, I make that the first call then. Do we see competition for him in the room? Once and twice, I call it now at 1,075. Third call then at 1,075. Okay, look, one bidder in the room here. So what we'll do, pause the auction, sir. Below my instructions, but I'll give you an opportunity to have a conversation. There we go. Pause the auction. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, moving along now. Lot number 5 for today, 88 Park Road. Danny Redwood, Colin Stewart Road, they've had the privilege of marketing this wonderful opportunity. And you'll see what I mean when I say opportunity, because this property, it is one of my favourite types of property. Not only are you buying what you see when you attend the open home, you're buying an opportunity. An opportunity to do something a little bit different, perhaps. Add your own touches, your own flair, your own flavour. Create something completely different if you wish. 88 Park Road, well, it offers you exactly that. Legally described, it is a freehold estate being 1,012 square metres more or less. Unique identifier SA 901 folio 8. All chattels there, they are sold as is, just a note there. And to the further terms of sale page we go now. 23.0 clause 9.31 of the general terms and conditions is varied to the extent that the vendor, not having been in occupation of the property, makes no warranty to the chattels, plant systems or devices. 24.0, the purchaser acknowledges that no representation has been made by the vendor or the vendor's agent on which the purchaser is relying as to the condition of the property, and the purchaser enters the agreement solely in reliance on their own judgment. 25, the purchaser acknowledges and accepts that they've been fully informed that the property has been sold as is where it is basis. And of course 9.1 to 9.4 therefore are deleted. And 26.0, the parties acknowledge that the vendor has entered into this agreement in their capacity as executors of the estate there. Due diligence, you know how it works, ladies and gentlemen. You've done it, you've completed it, and you are here hoping to take home the keys today. The settlement date, well, that is down as 20 working days from the date of sale, but there is a little bit of flexibility up the sleeve, isn't there? Perfect. So if you do need to make those, we can make an arrangement, but 20 is what you've been and buy upon today, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a classic Kiwi quarter-acre section on one of Katikati's more sought-after streets. That's the nitty-gritty of what you buy. But what you actually buy is what you can do with it once you've bought it. And that's what's really exciting, at least in my opinion anyway. The current dwelling, well, that sits at the back half of the section, providing space set aside for a driveway, or perhaps, if you want to add another dwelling or remove that one, well, you've got a flat level site which is just absolutely begging for a new build, perhaps your dream home. You could renovate, expand, remodel, demolish, rebuild, develop, declutter, remove, or simply improve. But ladies and gentlemen, whatever that looks like to you, the opportunity is here now. In your hands, buyers, who wants to start us away? Perhaps mid-threes would be a nice place to start us away. That's just my suggestion, buyers. Call it round the room then.
350.
350. Welcome you in on the phone there with Colin. Registered phone interest on this one, ladies and gentlemen, at 350,000 now. Welcome you back in. Perhaps a 20,000 rise might be nice from here at 350,000. Give you the opportunity in the room here, folks. Got your buyer on the phone there, Colin, at 350,000. Do we see 370? I'll call it once then. Twice the call.
360.
360. Can't make me 70 at this level, sir. Shaking the head the wrong way as far as I go, but I'll take you 10. I'll take you there at 360 we are now. Offer you the same courtesy on the phone there, but perhaps make it something big, quick while I'm out of the water. But at this stage, sir, it's with you now. Got you there at 360,000.
380.
380, absolutely. Love it when they listen to me. At 380 on the phone there, against you now, sir. But at 380, hold it on the phone here. At $380,000 then, I'll call it first opportunity at 380,000. Twice the bid now at 380,000.
390.
390 out the back of the room there at 390. Got you over here at 390, sir, at 390,000. Welcome you back on the phone there. Going intense at this level, but again, Colin, the 20s might work again.
14.
410, absolutely at 410 on the phone there with your buyer, Colin, at 410. Gates you up the back here, still keeping an eye on this side of the room though as well. At 410 with you on the phone. $410,000. Make it a first call. Twice the call now then.
420.
420. There we go, sir, up the back there at 420 with you. Nicely placed there at 420. Got it, locked it in at 420. What do we say, Colin? 440 with your buyer?
Got it short for like 440, please.
440, please. Not too short indeed. At 440 then over here on the phone at 440. Didn't quite work, sir. The 10s aren't doing it. What do we say on top of that? Fight fire with fire and go 20 on top to 60, I'd suggest. But at 40, hold it on the phone there. I'll make it a first call then. Second the call, happy to take the 10 if you like, sir, but at 440, got it on the phone. Third call now, 440,000. Okay, look, pause the auction. Call it with your buyer on the phone there. We'll just have a chat, Sarah. Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for your patience. We go now to lot number 3. We go back to lot number 3, 130 Palm Beach Boulevard. We pause for negotiation. We have had an increase up the front here from our lead bidder to $1,050,000. Can you confirm with a nod there for me? Absolutely. My instructions from the seller say that we sell away at this level. And if we get no further bidding, this gentleman will own it from today. So, in your hands, I will call it 3 times at $1,050,000. If you'd like to bid against, it needs to be on top, but at $1,050,000, make no mistake, we sell it away. I'll call it now. First opportunity then. Price? 1055. Okay then at 1055. Nice to see the new bidder in at 1055. 1060 from you there, sir. At 1060, straight back on the retort. At 1060, give you a second there to think it over. I'll make it a first call though. At 1060 with our bidder out the front, intentions clear, we want to buy it. At 130 Palm Beach Boulevard at 1060, twice the call. We go 65, man.
170.
170, better don't listen to your option here. At 1070 then. At 1070, 000 the bid now against you, sir.
1075.
1075, nice 5 on top, rise there. 80 to be the retort. Don't let me stop you again, man. 85 could work. At 75, hold it out the middle now. It'd be wonderful buying down by the beach. Imagine it. Look at the gardens, the green lush lawns, ladies and gentlemen. At 1075, man, what we say? 1080 we say is exactly where we go here. Holding it with you. Against you now, sir. 83. Okay, take a 3 on top there. Happy to do so. I learned my 3 times tables. We can do that. At 1083 we go. Ma'am, what do we say from you? Because for a first call, I hold it out the front now. 1085. We go 2. That'll be a 1 from you then, sir. But at 85 with him.
87.
87 we go then. At 87 we are at $1,087,000 now.
1090.
1090 then, a 3 on top. Absolutely. At $1,090,000. Sir, maybe something bigger might do the job.
Just needs the twice.
Give you a second. Of course, we've got a wonderful property here. You've got that great foyer when you walk into the home. You can see from the pictures here, but I call it now 3 times because we're on the market, folks, at $1,090,000. It's a first call. There's a second call. It is a third call. I can't delay for much longer. I've got it over this side.
5 more.
5 more, absolutely, at 95 with you. At $1,095, just in time there. 1-1, absolutely. 1-1 straight back, no messing around. At 1-1, we have it now over here.
Go 2.
1102. At 1102, then 2000 on the rise.
1105.
1105, absolutely straight back. Some clear intent this side of the room at 1105. Sir, what do we say? First call now. Twice.
7.
7, 107. Okay, at $1,107,000.
110.
110, straight up. Got you there, ma'am. Absolutely. At 1 and 10. At 1 and 10 there with you now. Call it 3 times. Once. Twice. Third opportunity. It's not a single for you, sir.
Go for 1.
Go for 1. Okay, do the single then.
Okay, triple 1 2. Double 1 2.
Double 1 2.
Triple 1 2.
Yeah, right. Triple 1 2. Yeah, okay. At 12. Got you there. That's all right, folks. Understand. At $1,112,000. Call it now. Tahi. Rua. Toru. Final call. Have we seen your best? For it goes against you. This side of the room, it is with you now, ma'am. It goes. Sold. Congratulations to this side of the room. Commiserations to our 100 bidders. Do appreciate you there. And of course, course, well done to our sellers. We'll be right back with the next property, folks. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 6 today. It's a wonderful property in Otamotai, 59 Seaview Road. Sharon Blakey, she's been marketing this one out of our Cherrywood office. Well, and it's a property that's in such a highly sought after location. Of course, I shouldn't exclude Sharon and Malcolm marketing this property. We all know that the work is equally shared, isn't it? Yeah, I'm getting a couple of sideways looks there. But of course, you're a team, of course, and you do a great job for your clients. The property, highly sought after location. It's that quintessential Kiwi home on an impressive 1,029 square metre corner site. Now, our current owners of over 20 years, they say the time to sell has come, and a home this size, with land this size, provides plenty of opportunity to buyers. Legally described, it is a freehold estate, meaning 1,029 square metres more or less. Record of title SA 1209, folio 300. The channels list set on the screen there notes the outdoor umbrella on the deck is excluded from the sale, and your settlement date, well, that is down as 10 working days from the date of sale, but with a little bit of flexibility should you need it there, folks. To the property. Having undergone some recent upgrades, it's got double glazing to most of the windows, an HRV system for cleaner, drier air throughout, a cosy wood burner to keep the home warm, and recently installed carpet and curtains give it that real modern touch on what is a wonderful 50s classic. With the Pillins Point School just a few minutes walk away, as well as local shops, cafes, supermarkets, and other handy amenities just around the corner, well, location speaks for itself. And of course, if you'd rather stay home all day, well, we understand, ladies and gentlemen. You've got a large section, established gardens, fruiting trees, a sunny north-facing disposition that allows for enhanced sunshine rays when the sunshine turns up, of course. And you'll love the evening vistas out towards the bright lights of the port. It's all on offer for new owners now. In your hands. Seen how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. This is your opportunity. Who wants to start us away? 59 Seaview Road, Otamotai. Happy to work with you. Let me know where you want to be. I'll call it 3 times if it helps. First, second, third call then. Okay, doesn't look like we've got the cash on this one. A little bit of work to do on this one here, but hopefully it won't be too long. Wish you the best of luck there. Okay, thanks again for your patience, ladies and gentlemen. We go back now to 88 Park Road in Katikati. We paused, had a little negotiation, and can I just get an acknowledgement? We've had an increase of bid to $455,000. Just acknowledge for me.
That's 455. Yeah, yes.
455 on the nod, and my instructions from our sellers, we're happy to let it go at this level. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, at 455,000. Welcome you in on top if you'd like to buy, but we play for keeps today. 88 Park Road, do we see further? Because I called once now at 455,000. Twice the call now. Seeing your best on this side of the room, this side of the room. Third call, nothing further. At 455, it goes. It goes. Sold. Congratulations on the phone there. Excellent. Thrill full parties. Commiserations to the underbids. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, really do appreciate your patience here. 7 Kokomo Key, we paused, had a little conversation with our lead buyer. We paused at $1,075,000. We've had an increase of bid to $1,140,000 on the nod. Can you confirm for me, please? Absolutely. And our sellers, they say, sell away at this level. So, make no mistakes, folks. We will have a new owner today at $1,140,000. Do we see further, or do we sell it now? I call it first chance now. Twice. Third call, the hammer's up. It goes. If we see nothing further, it is going. It's going. Sold. Congratulations to all the buyers involved. Okay, Okay, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 7 today, waiting very patiently for our wonderful property here at 19 Sherwood Street. Chris Boyle, he's been marketing this one, and well, the opportunity has come, and in fact a little earlier than it was planned, but this property has been brought forward due to the demand. We received a pre-option offer which has been accepted subject to no bidding today. So, make that very clear, folks, under contract, subject to no bidding today, but will be sold. Now this property, 19 Sherwood Street, it's 1940s character in exquisitely refurbished condition, and it takes this home to a level of luxury, well, that you have been wanting for such a long time. In fact, you'll never want to step past the boundary again. But of course, if you do, well, your location is pretty hard to beat. But first, the legal description: a freehold estate being 1,910 square metres more or less, unique identifier SA1282, folio 89. The settlement date, that's down as the 22nd of June 2023, or other such date as mutually agreed upon. The chattels list, you'll see it on the screen there, and the further terms of sale 23.0. The purchaser acknowledges that the sleep out, which is adjacent to the carport of the property, was an existing structure when the property was purchased by the vendor, and the sleep out is expressly excluded from the vendor warranties at clauses 9.1, 9.2 and 9.3. Now, when upgrading all 5 bedrooms, and in fact the entirety of the home, our current owners, while they cut no corners, they spared no expense. A well-appointed home with plenty of original character and oodles of modern day luxury. Now the farmhouse style kitchen, it's sure to be the beating heart of the home. Plenty of light to create that morning big brekkie whilst you overlook the kids playing in the yard. A huge private and quiet site caters to plenty of parking in excess of that double garaging and carport. The sleep out or studio makes for a great work from home or overflow for when you have visitors. You've got plenty of lush green lawn, but I'd suggest a nice in-ground swimming pool might be a nice addition should you wish. There's certainly room for it. It's a fabulous location, central to all your local amenities and needs. A wonderful offering, and it is now in contract, subject to no bidding, at a level being $1,770,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me know now if you'd like to put a number on top of that, but we're in contract, we sell, there's no bidding now. Call it 3 times then. First call now, I make it. Twice. Third call now, if there's no further interest, we sell it away. It goes, sold. Congratulations to all customers here. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that does conclude our options for today. Really do appreciate your attendance here, of course, online as well. Wish you all the best in staying dry out there. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week for another wonderful lineup.